My family, I chose the DeWinter family from Rebecca. If you read the book or seen the Hitchcock movie, they're like a rich, old, crazy English family. So I kind of did this in the style of their home, which is a very important part of the story. This is sort of their retreat version, so it's kind of a scaled down version of like English, kind of like overdone Victorian kind of stuff. So you enter from here, you come in, actually the driveway pretty quickly just turns into gravel, and it flows down into a potting area with 2 greenhouses. And then you take a right and go up to a rather large orchard that in my head is kind of under-maintained. It's mostly there for show. I made the house actually kind of 1.5 stories with an extension and then a rooftop balcony, kind of on the extension, so you can see out into the lake. So you can follow the deck around and get to that area, and on your left you'll have the dog run. Like you said, like get the dog just in the run. Don't be dragging him around too much. He's got a little kennel there, nothing too big, but just large enough. Then you can follow through this flagstone path that I didn't really want to be a fixture, just to kind of be, I guess, the beginning of a way to the beach. But the idea was that the path kind of just fades into the grass, into a meadow, and you don't even notice when you stop walking on it. So that's what trickles down here. I cut down that big tree for the greenhouses. So there's a nice stump there that you can sit on,
I love it.
have your tea. I planted a bunch of trees up on the top here, though. Nice, like, forest area, kind of overgrown, let it go. And I put up kind of just slashes for ground cover, because I'm thinking this is going to be a very, like, they're just going to let it live the way it does for 3 months a year before they get there. There's a little path that runs down here to Rebecca's boathouse. So I blew up the dock and just put in an actual boathouse. It's like a little cottage area with a place where she can keep her skiff. And then I spent millions of dollars to bring in these boulders to make it very isolated from the rest of the property. And then there's like a wire fence, but that's hard to draw because it's very thin. So I kind of, so that's there. Can't really see it that well. Section. So section is just right across, so you look right in. Starting on the side here, I put some arborvitaes just to block them off from the road, and you come across their gravel path, and you can see their crabapple trees or what have you. The house is, the initial house is made of fieldstone. I tried to do some of that texturing. Glass, of course, for the greenhouses, and then the addition is going to be some sort of paneling, and that leads out to the deck. You can see the dogs run right here. Here's the stump and the trees in the background. If you come down, you can see Rebecca's cabin down, and she's actually fishing right there on the end of the water. I learned real quick that having one building at an angle and everything else square makes for I wish I'd thought that out before I started drawing. Same with actually where I put a lot of stuff, because I kind of ended up finding out that I had blocked off certain interesting areas in the section because of just how I had laid it out. So I actually did, just for fun, do another section if you're in the water looking in, and because I was tired of using my guidelines, I used the actual name of the item to texture the outside. So like this big tree just says huge white oak tree. And that I kind of wish I hadn't done, but I did, so it's on there. Yeah, there you go.
That was fun, Nick. And all these creative design ideas that you didn't have to do, but you couldn't help yourself, like the expensive boulders, the orchard's fabulous. But things that you can't draw, like you said, the metal fence is really thin, so it's really hard to draw. That's why we need multiple drawings. That's why we do plans and elevations and sections, and labels. Does it say metal fence on there? No.
Because it's still a fence, so it still would be like this.
Yeah, I
It's
got
still
that
a
on there.
fence,
and that's
I
all
guess
you
the
need.
problem I had is I used the thinnest, it was like the 4H lead, and like on like the fourth
You rip through the
copy,
paper.
well, the fourth like time it gets copied, it gets all kind of buzzed out in paint. So.
Yeah.
So you would just pull off a leader line and say wire fence.
So then take a look at that pencil drawing over there, so then you have, one of your detailed drawings would be, this ornate metal wrought iron fence that you've designed, in maybe 1 inch equals a foot, so you have a nice drawing of all the details on it. Same with your, you'd have to do the different sizes of the boulders and what height you wanted somebody to bring. So that's a great little concept drawing of the plan, and then more details to follow, because somebody will want to know what the heck is this, and you can't just do it in paragraphs. Let's see. The house and the perimeter of the property need to be a nice big fat pen. So just make sure that you're changing out your pens or pencils. It's really easy to take the pens, and then it just pops off the paper. All the ones up here. Let's see who's is popping the best. Probably Joe's is good, and Ivy's over there. Rita's. The outlines are popping pretty well. Actually,
It's the
lots of them
contrast
are.
between.
Yeah.
When you're doing the elevation for the property line, you're saying the property line should be dark. So on the plan, obviously you can see the outlines of the property line, but on the elevation, you're just doing the,
On the section, it should be really fat. Have you seen the one in the book? They take like a huge marker and they show you the section cut. So you can actually see, the shape of it. A big fat marker.
all right, and I did that,
But it'd be like, you could take.
Oh, yeah, you can mix pencil, pen,
all right,
marker.
so I did that online.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yes,
great.
But
that's
when I
correct.
did it from the lake view, since you have water, you really don't have a hard line, so to speak, if you're dealing with water and sand.
Yeah, we have to talk about that one. The one on the top has a few issues, but the one on the bottom is great.
But you could still because that is the cut. The dark line, you draw it just below the zero line,
Right.
and it just that it accentuates it, and it shows the difference in topography, whether it's up or down.
The main thing on the elevation, though, you still have to show that dark line.
Yes, yes.
Because it is a section.
And it's on a section, not an elevation.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think-
Okay.